Hello guys, it's your boy YT with another episode of Indie Review. I managed to put more time into making videos this week, so the general quality is somewhat higher. Thank you for joining, and hopefully you'll have nice time watching. Our games today are a low poly physics puzzle Stealth Card by Half Mule, the 2D slasher platformer Becloudead by Headband Games, and visual novel Deliver from Evil by Gallant Games. This is Indie Review, Episode 4. Let's go. Stealth Cut is a 3D puzzle racer in a low-poly style by the Half Mule. Currently, the full version is available and developer occasionally patches it. Right now, the game feels like it's fully finished, but probably it requires a little modding. It took me 40 minutes to complete all the puzzles in the game. For some reason, I felt really dumb while playing the game and failed multiple times. On the bright side, the game passed the dumb player test, because despite all the unclever moves I made, I still managed to finish all the levels. As stated on each page of the game, main hero is an alien who landed on Earth and befriended two local kids, who now help him escape the police. The whole gameplay process, except the first couple levels, is based on switching between players in order to help main hero reach the UFO landing site. And there are following mechanics. Jumping over things. Kid 1 has a car with a ramp that allows to jump over things. Police considers him an enemy too. Dodging water. Kid 2 can survive shallow waters on his donut car. Plus, when this kid stays in one place, police considers him a peaceful merchant. Combining the abilities of the trio, player has to clear a path from starting point to the finish point. Let us start with the pros. The general level design is good. It is the most important part of the puzzle game, and the Half Mule nailed it. I was able to understand what I am supposed to do just by looking at the level. The game gives player an opportunity to plan strategically, and I even had a plan A and plan B for one level. And there were two cons in the game: controls and the AI. I can totally see how chases were planned and how also tried to fix some moments, but I still managed to fool enemies sometime. Which, when I start thinking about it after finishing the game, makes me consider that it was a part of the level design. The controls were just a bit too rough, but I got used to it kinda fast. Sensitivity could be a little lower in my opinion. For now, my advice to the Half Mule is to fix controls a little and to start working on a new project. Stealth Card is a finished thing. Instead of patching it over and over again, I'd suggest to make a couple new games and then to make a Stealth Card 2 using all the new knowledge. Becloudead is a 2D platformer with action elements by Headband Games. Right now, the demo version is available on Steam. The full version is set to release sometime in future. The developer has not announced the exact date yet. It should have taken me half an hour to complete the demo, but for some reason I failed miserably at one moment and spent another 20 minutes trying to climb the wall.
Three hours later.
Alright, alright, come on. Yeah, let's go. Now I contacted the developer and he has already released a hotfix, so if you try to play the game right now, you will not run into this issue. Demo doesn't actually spoil any plot, but it has enough material to formulate a synopsis. The demo is divided into 3 chapters, each devoted to one holiday: Easter, Christmas and Halloween. Main hero just finds himself in an abandoned area full of zombies and makes his way through it until he meets final boss. All 3 bosses thematically correspond to the holidays. Each location is divided into small areas. Player needs to clear one area from zombies to unlock the next area. There are several different types of enemies: walking zombies, crawling zombies, wolves, spiders, bats, octopus, etc. Player can use either knife or crowbar to fight them off. And there is a neat combo mechanic where if hit is timed correctly, player will do extra damage to an enemy. Another part of gameplay is actually making the way through location, as it is not just flat, but has this platformer structure. The whole movement system kinda reminded me of Prince of Persia or old Assassin's Creed Mobile. The greatest part of the game is its graphical and audio assets. The combination of two gets player to really immerse in the atmosphere. The second most likable part for me is the bosses. They are thought through really well in all aspects. The process of a boss fight is classical: hit them once, then run away and dodge their attacks, then hit again. It is well balanced and really enjoyable. Now, physics in the game is not quite polished yet, as I had some trouble climbing walls, jumping and calculating attack range. I have contacted the developer about it, and as already mentioned, they've released a really fast hotfix. So if you decide to try it out, you are not likely to experience the problems that I had. Headband Games had not disclosed any major plot details yet, but they mentioned that this demo is only a small fraction of what the upcoming game will be. I have wishlisted the game on Steam and I'll be looking forward to further updates on it. Deliver Us from Evil is a visual novel by Gallant Games. It has been published on itch.io in 2021. The published version is the full one, but right now Gallant Games are working on DLCs to give more characters in the game their own storyline. It took me an hour and a half to complete one of the routes. The full completion would take anywhere between 2.5 and 3 hours. Deliver Us from Evil has a female main hero, which I personally liked. It was a truly fresh experience, because all the previous visual novels that I played all had male main characters. So Ariel is sort of a low-rank angel, but she once saved Archangel Michael in the battle and they became friends after it. Michael tells Ariel that the human world is in great danger and angelic interference is required to prevent the Armageddon. Ariel has to take human form, travel to Earth and find Keldron, semi-angel, who will help her to start the investigation. Now, the intro to the story is written really well. It got me hooked and I had no other choice but to finish the game in one sitting. As far as gameplay mechanics go, this visual novel is pretty basic. Player needs to read through the story and make choices that alternate storyline. There are no mini-games, but the plot is good enough on its own to keep the player interested in the game. All the characters have their own personal features. There are 3 characters except the main hero, and 2 of them have their own unique storyline. The third one will get storyline in the upcoming DLC. The 3 main components of visual novel are made perfectly: the storyline, the visual assets, and the audio all go together really well, creating appropriate atmosphere when needed. The only thing that I didn't like was the choice making. The player is kinda forced to pick between black and white since the beginning. It's not necessarily a bad approach, but I prefer when the consequences of the choice are less obvious. I'll check out the DLC when it comes out, and I'll be looking forward to more novels from Gallant Games. Which game in the review did you like the most? Let me know in the comments. This was it for today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, be a damn productive person.